We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Good morning, Lisa.
Happy Monday to you, baby.
Lisa decided to adorn the neckline today. Cool. So lie. I always do.
You got on all your jewelry.
Not all of it, but some. I realized this wrist kid's never seen my left wrist because it's always behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need it on that wrist.
Absolutely.
But anyway, this is Monday. We do have a topic for today. What's the topic for today?
Today is purposeful quotes, and we're going to talk about two purposeful quotes and what we feel about them and where we get inspiration from them. And we're going to talk about them right back after this message. We'll be right.
That's my today's topic. It says right here on the flyer that today's topic is genius is 1% inspiration
and 99% perspiration. And hard work
is its own reward. Those are two particular quotes that we want to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Two purposeful quotes. Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Like. Thank you for joining us this morning. And good morning to you, Miss
How you doing, Miss Phyllis?
How you doing?
Hello, Miss Judy. How was your weekend?
Hey, Judah.
How was your weekend?
Phyllis, how was your weekend?
Did you have a good weekend? I sure did. I had a good weekend. I had
basketball time.
I watched 4 basketball games. For the Final Four, I watched the women's. One of the women's Final Four games on Friday night. It was LSU versus, it was Iowa versus South Carolina.
Hey, Shaki.
Because I'm a Dawn Staley fan, who's the coach of South Carolina. But I watched that game on Friday night. Saturday evening, I watched both the men's Final Four and college basketball game, both games. I watched that. They both were thrilling. And tonight is the men's championship game, Monday night. And
so out of the 16 teams, these are the last two?
Out of the 64 teams.
Some, what you call it, bar?
Well, technically 68 teams, yeah. Out of the last 68 teams, we're down to the final 2, and they're going to be played tonight. The University of Connecticut versus the University of San Diego State. Can you believe that? San Diego State?
Miss Phyllis said her weekend was quiet, and she said LSU and Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
What was LSU and Iowa?
That was a women's championship game.
That we talked about this morning. Mm-hmm. The only reason why I know anything about it is because he talked about it this morning. And shared with me the shenanigans from the game.
It was a beautiful game to watch.
But the controversy from the game is what seems to be the buzz and trending. Miss Phyllis said LSU won. Great game. Amen.
LSU won. It was a great game. But there's a controversy after that game. I don't know if you saw it, Miss Phyllis, but it's all over Facebook
I'm
and social
sure
media.
She saw it.
But the conflict of the game is LSU is predominantly black, like 90% black. Iowa is about 90% white. And Iowa has the player of the year. Her name is Caitlin Clark. She's a great player. She's like best scorer and all that stuff. She's a great player. There's no doubt about that. And she's been cooking all season. We saw it good. And we saw the controversy stuff. And she's had a great tournament, too. She had 2 games where she scored 41 points. Last night, she scored 31 points. She's been killing them. But she also talks junk, okay?
She's a trash talker.
She's a trash talker, which I think is just a part of the game. No problem.
Maybe they need more trash talking in women's basketball.
Maybe.
They might actually get some people to watch.
They could. But women's college basketball is very physical. But I've only seen 2 women's games all year, and both of them was this past weekend. They both were very well played and very entertaining. They both were. They were very entertaining. I was thoroughly entertained on both games. But they make the women's game so personal. I mean, they in every huddle, the cameras, they hear everything that everybody's saying all the time. Wow. You can hear them on the floor. I guess there's not people. You can hear a lot of communication anyway. But I was very impressed by this player that they're having a problem with. Her name is Angel Reese. And she ended up being the most valuable player of the tournament, despite the other player doing all those amazing things. Angel Reese was the most valuable player. Angel Reese was a forward for LSU, and she's very enthusiastic and she's very boisterous. She's very outlandish out there like that, and she's always pushing and pulling on her teammates and encouraging them. You're going to be this, and you're the best at it. You're this.
Hey, Judah.
She's an encourager. She's an encourager. As a matter of fact, there was even one time in a timeout, the coach was saying, all right, this is the part of the game when we started to lull and we started to give away our lead and the other team started to come back on it. And she spoke up. No, we are good. We're fine. We got this. So she kind of like inspired her team. She was inspiring them the whole game. She was talking the whole game, but she did a gesture to Caitlin Clark, who was cooking her teammates. Angie wasn't guarding Caitlin Clark. Her teammates were. And her teammates was trying their best, but Caitlin was still cooking them, scoring on them. And Caitlin was doing this, and she was talking junk like, you can't guard me. Well, when LSU got control of the game, Angel Reese is doing this to Caitlin Clark and pointing her finger, like right up in her face. Yup, we about to get this ring. We won. We about to get this ring. And she didn't say any words. She was just doing the gesture, okay? And everybody knew what the gesture meant. We won. We about to get the championship ring, and you're not. So today the dichotomy is Angel Reese, who's black, and Caitlin Clark, who's white. The controversy seems to be because all the newspapers are saying Angel Reese was being a thug. She was being ghetto. She was not being leadership, blah, blah, blah. And Caitlin Clark had stuff like strong-minded, courageous, trying to will her team to win, all that kind of stuff. Are you freaking kidding me? The way I saw it was Angel Reese was trying to show her teammates that you can talk back to the bully. You can bully the bully. You can talk back. It's okay. I got your back is what she was doing. I thought it was leadership. And I said so on a couple of posts today. So anyway, that's the controversy.
Miss Phyllis says there was 3-pointers on both games. Both teams are great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both teams are great. They're in the championship game. The women's game was only the best of 64. Been the best out of 68. But it was a great game. To win the championship in college basketball, we have to win 6 games. Okay, 6. And these people if you won 3 games already, you already feel like you're going to win the whole thing. You beat 3 teams that was equally trying to do the same thing. But both the teams that's playing tonight, they won 5 games each. Both the teams that played yesterday had both also won 5 games each in the tournament.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that yesterday.
I very much did. I enjoyed the game yesterday.
I enjoyed some time in the sun. I was actually at the park with the baby, with the 4-year-old birthday party, enjoying a little family time. It was very fun yesterday.
And tonight is the men's game. I cannot wait. I love championship football. Basketball. I love championship sports. Anyway.
He just loves sports that he likes, basketball and football. I don't see him racing to watch no golf or baseball.
I'm not going to that.
Those 2 things. But today's topic is purposeful quotes, and we picked 2 quotes to discuss. The first one is genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And the second quote is...
Wait. Let's do that first one first. Okay, the first quote. I'm glad Sister Judy's here, too, to hear this, because I thought it was kind of interesting. Because the first quote, genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. And that quote is attributed to Mr. Thomas Alva Edison. Okay. And I was looking at the quote, I was looking at the commentary on it, and I was like, okay, that's not true. That's what I was thinking. That's not true. I quoted to Lisa, and Lisa went in the bathroom fiddling around.
No, you didn't quote it to me. It was my quote, but you told me how you felt about the quote.
Well, you only had part of the quote. You didn't have the first part. You go, what's that 1%, 99% thing? And then I looked it up exactly. So the quote is actually genius is.
Geniuses. I missed the geniuses part.
Right. So, but I was like, she come out of the bathroom. I don't agree with that. I said, well, no, that's not true. It's not 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. Because I was thinking it takes more than perspiration to make something happen. You got to do some research. You got to do some study.
And you were looking at the quote as if it was a recipe, an actual recipe. Like, let me add 1% of this and 100% of that. But it's actually, the spirit of the quote is quite similar to faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
And if you have faith and you don't have any works, you're not going to drop dead. That's not what the quote means. The quote literally means that you're going to be required to implement work with
A
your
lot more
faith.
work than just the inspiration.
Right.
And what I thought was interesting, and I had to recant and say, well, maybe she's right. She says, well, you're looking at it literal, Brian. That's just the way your brain works. And I was like, is she right? And does my brain just work literal and I didn't see the nuance in it? In this particular case, I had a disagreement with it because of my literal side.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because of my literalness of it.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that especially, obviously this quote is attributed to Thomas Edison, but that's one of the fallacies that often people have. Even when you are reading biblical scriptures, you're supposed to exegete. Exegete means literally. Take it as literally as possible first, because that's the way you make sure that you're not missing and adding and
put your own
interpretation in it. But the spirit of the law, the spirit of the word is as important, because there are often times that the Lord used authors that wrote figuratively,
or
creatively, or inferently, and you get to exegete from the experience as a whole versus from the literal language.
Very, very often Jesus taught in parable. And if you did it in literal, that won't work as well. Come with me, I'll make you fishers of men. Okay. If it doesn't produce fruit, take it off and throw it in the water. Okay. They didn't mean to literally do that. Okay. It means to not. They didn't say you're going to fish around and find men instead of fish. But you get the point. That's the point. You get the point.
And Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration.
Is the first quote.
And that really means that spark of inspiration, that idea, that direction, that imagination that you receive about a particular thing is still going to require an element of tenacity, of resourcefulness, of hard work, and actually to bring it to fruition.
Yesterday, I got an inspiration. Okay. I got an inspiration that I wanted to reach out to people that had insurance agencies and management of banks and things like that to offer a workshop to them. Okay, I want to offer them a sales workshop. So I got on my LinkedIn, which is the work part of it. And I found some people in my contacts, and I went to my Word and I wrote a document, a letter to them. And then I started to add some testimonials to it. And I added of me giving workshops. I added one, and then I added another, and then I added another, and then I added another, and then I added another. And then this one was good too. I added like 7 or 8 testimonials of my workshops after offering to do some stuff. I was like, when you have a company like yours, from time to time you have corporate events, you have things where you talk. Why not consider having a sales speaker, the best one, me? And I had a lot of energy into it and all that kind of stuff. I wrote all that stuff out, right? And I could tell you already know how this is going to go. So I wrote all that stuff out on a page with all that information, all these testimonies, all that enthusiasm. And I found a guy, and he had just been promoted to VP of acquisitions to the company. So I sent him a message. I said, that sounds like sales to me. Is that right? He goes, yep. I control all the sales forces of all the offices, all these banks. He's in charge of all the sales forces. VP of sales acquisitions. So he got several banks. So I was like, this is the guy. Okay. So he's my first target yesterday. I'm doing this yesterday. I'm inspired. So I sent him the message with all that stuff. And apparently he read it all. Because about 30 minutes later, he sends me another message back and says, I got your message. I appreciate it. Are you open to any feedback on it? And I sent back, absolutely and please. Absolutely, please. And he says, he sends me a message back saying, I really, really appreciate your enthusiasm and your energy, but this is a bit much, especially when I wasn't expecting it. And I told him, I said, I appreciate your feedback. I will tone it down. I was a bit overzealous is what I was, which is what that was. I was overzealous. Lisa wasn't here. she didn't see my message.
And I'm the reins.
And she didn't see what I sent to her. Because if Lisa had read that first one, she probably had a similar thought. You know, she would like say, Brian, this is a bit much. You know, take out like 75% of this.
But that's the value of having more than one brain on a topic. But I think that was a very impressive and thoughtful of the individual.
Yes.
To be willing to give you that critique back.
And I wouldn't have got it if I hadn't sent it either. So now we're in communication.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who I am. I know who he is. But I had to do the work and have the courage to send it, even though he gave me loving chastisement. He did. I think it was a loving chastisement. But he didn't know me at all before that. Okay. But now it's a contact to me. Message. I'm working. And I'm probably going to end up doing a talk for one of his banks or all of it or something. I'm going to probably send him my books. Why not, Brian? Send him my books. I'm going to stay in the game.
Absolutely. And understanding sometimes, hey, Ty, good morning to you. Sometimes,
is that Ty back up in there?
Good morning. Good morning. Sometimes it's difficult to know how much is too much and how much is not enough.
Mm-hmm. Which is why you have to do that. You have to cross the line to know where the line is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how it goes. You have to discover. And your children do that to you too. They'll see how far they can go before you amp on them.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
How was your weekend? So I enjoyed my weekend. I watched 4 college basketball games. I smoked 1 cigar per game. I thought I was going to be doing 2 cigars a game, but it just never worked out that way.
Lord have mercy.
And tonight, I'm going to watch the championship game too. I hope it's warm out because it's cooler today than it was this weekend.
It was cool this weekend where we were because, it was warm in the sun.
Okay.
But we were in a covering, and it was cold under the covering. I was grateful. I had a blanket in my car. I had a winter sweater in my car. I was grateful because I wore my sweater out there like an old lady.
And you had your own foldable chair. So
I did.
Just moved to the sun.
That's what I did. Well, I did move to the sun, but I didn't. You know, I got to be careful about how much sun I get at the same time.
Yeah. So that's the first quote we want to talk about. What say you?
Genius is 1%
inspiration
and 99% perspiration.
Now, the other quote this is the first thing I said to my wife as I woke up. We overslept a little bit. So Lisa at the time. And the first thing I said out of my mouth was, hard work is its own reward. I don't even think my eyes was all the way open. Hard work is its own reward. Hard work is its own reward. Yes, working hard is the reward itself.
It is part of the reward.
Okay, factually.
But again, that's going back to the whole literal thing. If hard work is its own reward, then we could work without remuneration.
Right.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
Just like you don't want to work without keeping. You don't want to play the game without keeping
score. Otherwise, what is it?
Right. So it's not the only thing. She's right. But I was able to think of times in my life where I've had to pour myself into a project, and I was happy because of it. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't just because of the pouring; it was because of the outcome.
Right.
I was happy with the result. I was happy with who it helped. I remember working real hard one time at a food bank. Helping sort the vegetables in the bags and putting the stuff on the truck. But it was a fun day. It was a fun day doing all that hard work.
Absolutely. Benevolence is and giving is definitely hard work, but it's definitely valuable.
They told me it was going to be a hard work before I started that morning.
Did they tell you that it was going to be the best hard work that you could ever have?
They use those words and say, you'll be glad you did it, but this is going to be hard work. And it was harder than I thought it was going to be because, you had to sweat. We had to hump. We had to get stuff done. In and out of trucks, because people need the food. And you felt the mission. You felt that you were doing something good. And it was hard work, but I was happy when it was done. I was happy after it was done. I felt I had the satisfied glow. The glow almost. Good morning, my sister, Dr. Beverly. Have you ever spent yourself on a worthy cause? Worked hard for something and got it, or it was appreciated. That's a greater reward than anything. If you want to, and ooh, golly, and I've also had the converse where I worked very, very hard and didn't have the result.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
Sometimes I was very sad or angry or disappointed. All those things. Yeah.
I think those are the immediate responses. But then, what is the ultimate lesson that comes out of it?
Look at that wisdom Lisa putting on y'all. Bam, 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 wisdom. Even though immediately you may feel this way. Okay. I had 1 month. Okay. And home improvement sales. If you sell 8 jobs in a month, you did pretty damn good. Okay. You did pretty damn good. You probably made some money. Most sales are going to make them between $2,000 and $2,500 in commission. So if you sell 8 sales in a month, you're doing pretty good. Okay. And I was flying at the time. I was doing my thing. And I was typically selling 12 to 16, a month. Okay. Something like that. And I was going for 16 a month. That's 4 sales a week. That was always my target. A week, 4 sales a week. And I was running about 60 appointments a month. So I was actually going to 60 clients to get my 16 sales. And that was my goal. That was my numbers. Okay. Kwasi, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Kwasi is a wonderful individual that I have been speaking to with regards to one of his books that we're looking to bring about.
But anyway, this is what's going on with me. And then I had 1 month where I had 17 sales, and I think I had sold every presentation I went to except for one. So it was like, daggone, if Brian goes there and there's done, he made 17 sales, and they were celebrating me in the meetings. And this particular month, it was crazy because I made 17 sales and none of them got built. They didn't qualify for credit.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of them didn't qualify for credit. One was a crazy air property, and something else. But none of them got built. One even canceled them, and I knew how to stop cancellations. So I had this celebration. I was being applauded, but I made no money. And I was so angry and disappointed in my office. The president of the company came to me one day and says, Brian, your face ain't right, man. What's going on? I was like, and I stood up and I punched the desk. The door was closed. It was just him and I. But I punched the desk. Boom! And he goes, I understand. So that was one of those days when I know I had worked my ass off, but I had no result from it. And I was pissed off at everything and everyone.
I guess
I know that you can't believe that was the truth, right?
No, I can believe it. This week is also the first week of the second quarter.
Woo-hoo!
And I'm looking forward to bringing you guys a couple of my authors that we've got one of my returning authors has actually finalized her 3rd project or 4th. I can't remember right now, but she'll be on this week as soon as we get the date settled up. Jeannie Muhammad. Looking forward to Sister Jeannie.
She used to have a song on here.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward
She's got a smile so bright. At night she don't need no light. Sister Jeannie. That was her jam.
And then later on in the week, we'll also have a word about Minister Michelle DeWitt is going to be sharing with us a little bit more about her foundation. She helps to advocate and bring awareness to sex trafficking individuals, and she's advocating against sex trafficking. But we want to bring more about her foundation and her nonprofit to you all this week.
And Lisa takes that foundation seriously. Lisa's actually served as a speaker and a facilitator for at least 2 of our Sister Michelle DeWitt's events that I can think of.
Get the cough drop.
Don't tell me what to do.
Hey, Barbara Smith.
It's Barbara Smith.
Haven't seen Barbara in a minute. She said, "Good rising, fam. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Good to be here from sunny Hampton, Virginia. And we're grateful to have you in the building with us."
Shouts out to Barbara H. Smith for her participation in the amazing event with the great Dr. Obiama Martin.
Barbara says, "Yes, Lisa, please tell Brian what to do." You think?
I got a cough drop. But let me tell you, Barbara, Obiama is one of my favorite people too, because Obiama took my full curriculum of sales coaching. She took the whole training and she took it so seriously. And she gave me one of my best compliments that I remember. Okay. She told, because she's also a John Maxwell.
Good morning, Priscilla.
She's also a John Maxwell certified instructor. Person too. She told me that John Maxwell needs me. His program needs my training. She told me that my training was as good, if not better, than the John Maxwell training. Yep, Dr. O is awesome.
She is.
I will tell you, and she will too, a lot of her cool stuff, Brother Brian played part in it, her presentations. But she was awesome before I met her too, by the way. She's one of the clients that came to me, baby. She had everything already. She had books, calendars, all kinds of marketing. She had done retreats already. She had some successes already. And she took my training so serious too.
Absolutely. Barbara H. Smith says your training is top notch. Absolutely.
And Dr. O is the best.
She is the best, but that is great coming from the best-selling, international best-selling author, Barbara H. Smith.
That's right. That's right. I love I always want to say the name of the book, and it escapes my lips every time.
Empowering You.
Empowering You.
But there's a subtitle that I always forget. It's actually it's right next to my bedside.
Well, it used to be right here on the desk,
mm-hmm.
and I used to look for it too. But it's not on the desk right now. But I'm super happy that you're here, Barbara H. Smith. We're doing 2 quotes today. The first quote we're exegeting is genius.
It's your time. Yes. Empowering you is your time. Amen.
Empowering you is your time. Genius is 1%
inspiration and 99% perspiration.
That can't be true, right? And then the other quote we're doing is hard work
is its own
reward. And we also want to hear about your weekend. How was your weekend? Hopefully you had a good weekend. I love when you guys share with us the cool stuff you do on the weekends.
Sunday is also a training day for me because of one of my authors right now. He's teaching a class that I am helping to summarize in his book. And so I'm taking the class, and it is inspiring. The Tax Lien, the sweet spot, a beginner's guide to real estate investing with little money down.
Lisa's taking these classes serious. She does everything seriously like that, y'all. So we're going to end up doing some tax liens probably. Whoop, whoop.
Well, yesterday was a wonderful opportunity for some hands-on. He's really hands-on. That's why you're going to need the book. The book will be out probably within a couple of weeks before the summer. And the hands-on part of it is after you get the book is going to give you some nuts and bolts. It'll help you to understand the nuts and bolts of tax lien investing and tax deeds investing, right? But it also gives you a little bit of insight into how to make it happen. Where are the websites? Where are the auctions?
Awesome.
Where is everything
That's
going?
Amazing.
And on yesterday's call, he was really doing some amazing hand-holding and helping you to understand how to do your research before the auction so that you are investigating or researching beforehand and knowing what your purchase strategy or your bidding strategy is going to be. And all of those things are really going to be clearly aligned and outlined.
Know that Facebook page again, please. But we must have mentioned the Facebook page. But Shawnee Smith is here. She from Kindle Spice. She says, I love how you remind us that our weekend. Sister Shawnee, we get to see you and pay tribute to you daily in our household because we have tins of her spices. Kindle Spice. Barbara H. Smith says,
I was on the Speak Up Women's Virtual Conference as a facilitator this weekend. Talk about women speaking up with a leadership mindset. Amen.
That's awesome. And of course you were. Of course you were a facilitator there. Of course you were taking part in a great event. Taking part in great events with great people make us better. It stretches us, it colors us, and exposes us to different audiences. That's right. Of course you did that. I love that part.
And Ms. Phyllis, it's the Tax Lien Mastermind Group. The Tax Lien Mastermind Group. It is a private group on Facebook, but it's a free private group. So you can just ask to be added and take advantage of the daily posts that have a little bit of insight and information in it. And you'll also I will make you aware on the show of when the book is actually released. But we're looking forward to it.
I'm so happy that you were on the Speak Up Women's Virtual Conference this weekend as a facilitator, Sister
Absolutely.
Barbara, because I know there were amazing speakers there. I know there were amazing people taking part in it. I have a couple of events coming up next week. Both of them are the week She made multiple network connections.
That's awesome.
You know, I'm going back to something else too. When the first quote we did was not inspiration. Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yesterday morning, Sunday morning, I woke up with an inspiration.
You got some genius going right now with some perspiration.
Yeah, 'cause I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, and I got the heat on too because the house was cold. But anyway, I woke up with some inspiration because I want to speak more on events, but I want to speak to corporate events and I want to do corporate workshops. So I got up with the idea of reaching out to insurance agencies and banks, pretty much financial institutions, because I want to speak on their stuff. And I worked for 2 hours on Sunday, and I never work on Sundays like this. But I worked for 2 hours. I made 2 letters. One for me as a coach, inboxing people directly, considering a coach, and one is for organizations considering me as a workshop facilitator or speaker. So I made these 2 long. They're both long letters. Actually,
they're too long because even you know in your campaign that first email is supposed to just be a touch.
I know
someone.
That. Yeah,
I think that you would be a good fit.
It should have been just.
It really should have been.
But I was so excited. I just kept writing. I overdid it this one yesterday. But anyway, in my enthusiasm yesterday, reaching out to people, I got good feedback too.
Absolutely. Barbara says, are you using AI for crafting letters? Actually, no. And I purposely have not showed him how to do that. I think that they're really good for where they're good, ChatGPT,
I'm going
even
to be doing
Canva Docs. But Brian's verbiage is very specific and very creative. And to utilize AI will actually take too much of him out of the conversation.
But do I have to be in it so much? Because sometimes,
yes, you do.
Well, I'm going to end up using ChatGPT or Jasper or something. Okay, I'm going to end up using some of that stuff because it just makes too much sense. But Sister Barbara, also you asked me, are you using AI for crafting these letters? I wasn't. I wrote it myself, and it goes back to the second quote that we're talking about today: that hard work is its own reward. Now, when I wrote up all these letters and using my language and all that kind of stuff, right? Sonic is good. Thank you for that name too. I'll look them up. But I'm thinking about all this stuff. I'm getting the stuff out of my head. I'm writing this stuff out. I'm researching stuff through LinkedIn. I'm looking up this, looking up that. And I got all these windows open. By the time I got to a place where I'm like, okay, that's enough for today, Brian, I was pleased with myself. I was pleased. I had my own reward already because of the work.
Absolutely.
Right, Sonic. I don't know that one.
We're looking forward to talking to you guys face to face on tomorrow for Women's Empowerment Networks and Male Empowerment Networks tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The first empowerment of the quarter.
And the first one of April, the month of April, on the first and the third Tuesday of each month, we gather as men and we gather as women in separate locations virtually. For Women's Empowerment Network. If you didn't know what that was, Lisa's been hosting Women's Empowerment Network since 2013. And I think it was August of 2013 for Lisa's group. I know it was August of 2013 for the men's group. So you realize that this August will mark 10 years that we've been hosting these male empowerment networks and women empowerment networks meetings. 10 years. I think that's substantial.
It is. And the 23rd of this month, we will be in our 7th wedding anniversary.
Of April, that's right. 20 more days is our 7-year wedding anniversary. Wow, I've learned a lot.
And you know, we did not know each other when we were inspired with is Tax Lien Master? No, it's Tax Lien Masterclass. Masterclass is one word, but Tax Lien is 2 separate words. Tax Lien and Masterclass is one word for those that are looking up the group.
If you can't find it, maybe after
just
the
inbox
meeting,
me. I'll send it to you if you don't know.
Yeah, after this talk here today. So we're glad that you're here. The Monday, again, we consider Monday the most important day of the work week because Monday sets the pace for your work week. I have to think that I started my week yesterday, okay, which means that maybe I'm a little bit ahead. Woo, woo. The new quarter, you're right. The new quarter, baby.
That's right. The new quarter is here. New time to get those spring things going. Get that spring cleaning. Clean out the cobwebs.
Yesterday ended last night, so it's all new quarter. This is the second quarter of the year. The first quarter was whatever it was, but it's still past tense.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's still past tense, so we get to go. I'm excited about my day today, my work day today. because I got jump started yesterday. I got to implement some stuff yesterday. I'm going to say this to you. I'm sharp right now. I'm ready to go. So if there's a conference coming up, a business-related conference where a sales speaker can be useful. I've done a ton of women's events, a ton of them. Since 2013, I've been doing women's boot camps and all kinds of stuff like that. But it don't have to be women's. It could be any specific industry. If they need a sales speaker, consider your boy.
Hey, Shirley, good morning. Good morning to you. She says, good morning, my beautiful family.
Good morning, Sister Shirley. How you doing? How was your weekend, Sister Shirley? Did you watch college basketball this weekend? Did you enjoy a cup of coffee this weekend? Did you relax? Did you kick your feet up? Did you do something cool? How was your weekend?
How was your weekend? My weekend was a little bit fun, a little bit work, a little bit relaxation. It was a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it was a good weekend, I think.
I went to a birthday party on Saturday. A birthday party for an adult. Stephanie Morris had her 55th birthday. Woo woo.
Yesterday morning, Lisa got up and made me shrimp and grits. Sunday morning, I think it was Sunday morning.
Yes, Sunday.
So she got up and made me some shrimp and grits, y'all. How about that? How cool is that? Get you shrimp and grits for breakfast.
And then Sunday, I went to a birthday party for a 4-year-old. So
Saturday, 2 birthday parties this weekend.
Saturday, I was celebrating a 55-year-old, and Sunday, I was celebrating a 4-year-old. And I had a little bit of fun at both of those events.
Stephanie Martin's been celebrating all month, it seemed like. This is her.
And why not?
This is her birth month, and she turned 55. So now she's a grown-up officially. 55, double grace. 55 double nickels. Yep.
Absolutely.
And you just turned 55 this year.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You'll be 56.
Oh my gosh. That's an old man age, right? 56?
Whatever. It is not. It is what it is.
If you go by the adage that 40 is the new 25, if you go by that, then 55 should be the new 40. 56 should be the new 41.
Oh, is that right?
If you go by the math.
Barbara said, I love me some scrump and grits.
I like it too. And we understand the misspelling.
Absolutely.
I make fun of that all the time. Scrimp and grits.
Scrimp and strawberries.
And salmon.
Not salmon.
Salmon. It's salmon, yes, but some people still pronounce that.
Amen. Barbara says, young man, I turned 65 this year. Woo!
And you look good.
Go Diva.
And you look good.
Go Diva.
Sister Barbara, you are not 65. I don't care what your age think it says. Your body is not. Your smile is not. Your skin is not.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of one of the videos when we were in Virginia Beach at Barbara's event, when you were recording it, I think, or maybe the other photographer was recording the video. And we was going around and we was looking at people's faces and stuff when people doing talk. And Sister Barbara, your face was so into the speaker. It was so interested in what was going on. And even the one video when we was doing my chant at the end, and your enthusiasm, yours and your sister's enthusiasm, that's not 65-year-old behavior.
Amen. Shirley says, my weekend was great. No basketball and no coffee yet. Got Easter basket supplies to give kids that need them. Amen.
This year, the Easter egg hunt is going to include plastic eggs or potatoes, because you ain't going to use real eggs.
Yo, ain't nobody boiling up no $5 eggs, $7
$8 eggs.
Good morning, Brother Mark. Barbara says, can't drop it like it's hot no more. Gotta let it down like it's warm.
That's right. Drop it like it's hot as a kid's game.
No.
That's a kid's
set
game.
it down like it's warm and pick it up when it's cool. Judy said, that's right. We don't look our age. Amen. That's right.
Neither do you, Judy.
Nope.
Beautiful.
Judy
people.
was out riding bike. She was on a tandem bike with Brother John. Absolutely. She was on the back bike talking about she hasn't ridden bike since I don't know when, but when you ride in the back of a tandem bike, you really don't have to do much riding.
You gotta pedal.
Not really.
Not really?
Not
You
really.
can't tell you in the back of the tandem like being lazy, baby.
You can't see me.
That's not the point. It's not the point if anybody can see you or not. That's the point of the quote. It's hard work is its own reward. It doesn't matter if anybody can see you. We're doing the 2 quotes. Hard work is its own reward, and inspiration is 1%. I mean, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Shirley says, no real eggs this year.
It's gonna be plastic eggs
for everybody. And they might raise the prices on the plastic eggs. My goodness.
That's right. No real eggs for this year. Y'all gonna paint plastic eggs if you paint anything, and you don't even have to paint them. They come in the bag.
They come colored already.
That's right.
So you can draw pictures and hide eggs with a little piece of something in them, but that's it.
I've even seen the eggs that come apart where you can put your messages inside of them already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so nice, son. We're not doing any of that boiling eggs this year.
No boiling the eggs.
Monday is the most important day of your work week. Monday sets the pace for your week. This particular Monday, we only get one of these this year. This particular Monday is the first Monday of the second quarter. The first quarter is done. We're in a new quarter right now. Think of your year that way. Break up your year that way into 3-month blocks, quarters. Okay, whatever the first quarter was, whatever it is, but the second quarter can be better. This second quarter, you can hit those targets that you actually set.
Absolutely.
But for you to hit the target, the first thing you got to have is
a target.
A freaking target. What do you want to get done?
What's your goal?
Over the next 90 days?
Absolutely.
A second quarter goal. Set them today. Set them today. Today. Set your money goals.
Absolutely.
How much money you want to make this quarter? Set your new connections goals, your targets.
How many people do you want to connect with this year? How many organizations do you want to reach? Get serious about setting your targets, because a target can only be reached when it's set.
I've told you guys before the story about Arthur Hill. Arthur Hill was an archer, and he was the greatest archer of his time. He could take an arrow from his quiver, put it in his bow, draw back, and go dead center of a bullseye from 50 feet. And then he could take another arrow from the quiver and split the first arrow. Split the first arrow dead center in the middle of a bullseye. And because I am such a great coach, I could have you hitting the target better than Arthur Hill could on his best day. Yes, I could. I could have you hitting that target better than Arthur Hill, and I could do it within moments. If, of course, we blindfolded Arthur Hill and then spun him around so much so that he had no idea which direction the target was. If we did that to him, you could hit the target better than him. Well, obviously, Brian, how silly. How can anyone hit a target but don't even know where it is? That's silly, Brian. How can anybody hit a target they can't even see? Exactly. And even more silly, how can anybody hit a target that they don't even have? Mm-hmm. Get you a target.
My teeth are hurting.
Random thought.
Yes, I'm sorry. They've been
out of
hurting
nowhere.
For a little while. Like, not like a cavity hurt, but like they're hurting.
I told the story of Arthur Hill.
I'm sorry.
And was about to
about
to go in for impact, and out of nowhere, my wife blurts. She blurts out, "My teeth are hurting."
They've been hurting, but they just got overwhelmingly painful.
I don't know what to tell you. Take some headache medicine.
No.
Yes.
Shani says the 12-week year by Brian Moran is an awesome tool for quarterly goal setting.
Thank you for that. The 12-week year. Yes, that book has been recommended by others too. I don't think I've read it, but today, the way Brother Brian rolls, she recommended the 12-week year by Brian Moran. I'm gonna go to YouTube and get the Cliff Notes or the illustrated guides or the breakdown of the 12-week year, because that's how I take in information these days. Okay?
Amen.
That way you can get them all. Okay?
Amen.
Maybe you should get off the show for the rest of the show, and I'll take it out from here. What do you think? You can't be on the show like that.
I'm trying not to. I don't understand it. I brushed my teeth when I woke up.
Did you really brush your teeth, Lisa?
Yes.
Did you really brush your teeth? I am ready for my work week. I hope you are too. I'm hoping that this show helps infuses you with a little bit more enthusiasm, because you can make it happen. You can do it, and you know that you can. There's nothing to it. So go ahead and do your thing. Get up and do your thing. Some of y'all might be too young to know that. And don't you be ashamed. It's 9:44. We got to get ready to go do our greeting songs. But Mark Greer has made a contribution.
Shawnee, yes, we do have some clothes, and I could use them, but I got to find out why they hurt. They don't hurt like a toothache. They hurt like, I don't know, maybe they're cold inside.
We definitely got some clothes. We got a jar of clothes upstairs. Brother Mark made a submission. Brother Mark, did you watch any college basketball? I did. Mark says, good morning. Lisa, I sent you a video last Thursday or Friday. I'll send you another one this evening. With that said, it's Easter week. Yes, yesterday was Palm Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's Easter week. Let's all keep in mind the sun rose this morning because the sun rose. Got it? Get it? Good. I read that in the stylings of Mr. Mark Greer. It's time to do the greeting songs. It's 9:45. We should start the greeting songs 3 minutes ago. It's my bad. Because I had to do get up and do your thing. Is it hurting that bad? Get off the show, baby. Somebody want to see you grimace? Look at that. Miss Phyllis has a greeting logo and it goes, Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. You like this shirt, baby?
I do.
This shirt has like a sheen to it.
It's sexy.
It's sexy, sexy, sexy. Cold blooded.
Judy. Oh, Judy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy. Judy. Hey, Judy. Judy.
Sure, baby.
And Shaki is here.
Let's go.
I'm trying to.
I didn't even read her comment.
Don't touch. Let me get things
I missed your comment, Sister Shaki. Great morning to you as well. And guess who's back? Back again.
Again.
Shaki's back.
Back.
Tell a friend.
Yes, Shaki.
Shaki's back. Shaki's back. Shaki's back. Shaki's back. Shaki's back. I created a monster. That's our girl, Shaki.
Absolutely.
Judy, we did our jam already. Dr. Beverly's here as well.
Dr. Beverly.
She has a logo and it goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Hey. Barbara, thank you for joining again.
And it's Barbara H. Smith.
Hey.
Ow. And she's mighty about getting the stage fright out. And she's Barbara H. Smith.
Ow.
I was hoping Ernest would be here, Ernest Usher, because we researched this jam. We got it right.
Shani is here.
Shani's jam is
Baby, you can do it. Take your time, do it right. You can do it, baby.
With can do spice. That's our jam. If you don't know, if you cook and you want to make your food better and different, you need to connect with Sister Shawnee Smith with her amazing spices and seasonings. Can do spice.
Shirley D. Jeanette, Wyatt will
rock you. Shirley D. Jeanette, Wyatt will rock you. That's our girl out of Colorado.
That's right, Shirley. You can do it.
Mark Greer has a jam as well.
Building.
His jam goes on. Okay, Marvin. That's right. So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under a hat.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Let's talk about this spice thing for just 1 second. Are we on a subscription?
Yes.
Because I noticed one of the 10s was low. I mean, real low.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're on a subscription, you get it every month.
Yes.
Because I don't want to be running out.
Anyway.
Finally, Stephanie Mara's birthday girl. How you doing?
Stephanie.
Life has new meaning
to me.
There is beauty up above. And things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie,
you're in love. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Stephanie Mara's birthday. She turned 55 this past weekend. She says, thank you, Lisa, for celebrating my birthday.
And she said, I love love you and my birthday card.
The birthday
And
card comes
she actually got one of Sister Jacqueline Rosier's card,
handcrafted cards
for her birthday.
And of course, you love that card. Jacqueline puts out good stuff.
Beautiful. It's anointed. It's 3-dimensional, and she lucky I love her because I've been holding on to my card.
Shirley says, "Thanks for all the love and motivation on a beautiful Monday. This is a beautiful Monday, and you're welcome for that." And she goes, "Happy birthday, Stephanie."
Happy birthday again. We're going to celebrate this whole month.
You already did.
No, because we even talked about it yesterday. She gets 2 extra weeks because her birthday is on the last day of the month.
Why does that mean 2 extra weeks?
Actually, I think when you turn 55, you get the whole year.
Birthday months are corny. It's a birthday.
Nope. I get a birthday and a half birthday because my birthday is in January and I don't want a winter birthday. So my birthday and my half birthday is June 12th, and I'm going to celebrate it then.
Oh, that's corny.
It could be corny. It's still going to be.
Corny. I think birthday weeks and birthday months are corny.
Birthday weeks.
It's a birthday party or celebration, whatever.
Whatever.
That's it. If you're making the whole month or 2 months,
the whole year,
you diminish the impact of the day.
The day is one to be celebrated. That's right, Barbara. Tell them I get an entire month, corny or not. Mind your business. I get 2 birthdays. That's so corny. The 12th of January and the 12th of June.
Nah, son. Nah. Anyway, I'm ready to go to work. How about you? You ready to go to work?
We appreciate you. We love you. We look forward to seeing you on tomorrow for Thoughtful Tuesday and to see you tomorrow night at Male Empowerment Networks and Women Empowerment Networks. Make sure you register. To register, go to theempowermentduo.com and click the link. Amen. And that's what it is. Every day is a celebration. That's right, Shirley. She says,
I don't celebrate my birthday.
I'm still celebrating.
I don't celebrate my birthday. My birthday is November the 25th. You know what? I'm going to celebrate my birthday for the rest of the year.
Yes.
That's corny as heck.
You don't even hardly get a birthday if it's on Thanksgiving. So
I count that.
You should choose another.
My birthday's on Thanksgiving, basically. I'm fine with that. I like that, actually. I embrace that. I got everyone gathered for my birthday.
Good for you. Good for you.
All right. We got to get out of here.
We love you. We see you later. And don't forget to have sex.